Today on the City Council Circus Show Day, we learned that the only way to get things done in the 719, business-wise, is to be a part of the Wayne Williams way. I somehow seem to think these mathematical geniuses are probably smarter than you too, Wayne. But that's just me. They're a lot smarter than Tom Strand, I know that. That's the only boy out there that needs a full pack of 50 Crayola crayons. Anyways, as it is, let's quit postponing our stuff off for this and that. That's procrastination. We all know where that's leading in this town. And along the way, why don't we just, start to make some progress? Quit turning an end of the month city council into an 8-hour circus show. We need to get some stuff accomplished around here. You're not accomplishing or progressing if you're not out working. And I hate saying this, but throwing it off till the next meeting, that's not a good agenda. That's not helping the 719. We can do better.
This particular item, can I get a second? Second. Are you using the buttons anymore? Yeah, we're good. Yep. We are. Do that. I'm going to use the buttons. All right. So we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we vote? So we've got 6 in favor of the motion, no opposed, and so the motion passes. We also have another issue, I think that we were going to insert in changes to the agenda, and that is, if we go to items 12, A, B, and C, so if you look at the agenda for 12,
No, we probably really shouldn't vote when all of our council members aren't there. Geislinger wasn't there. Scorman wasn't there. But yet we're voting to make things happen without everybody present. Imagine that in the 615. Imagine that in the 719. Imagine that anywhere. I don't think it should be that way anywhere. I don't think it should be voted on if not everybody's present. This is why I call it the City Council Circus Show. Because, once again, it seems to be one-sided. And it always seems to be in the side that's not benefiting the public. Imagine that. Now, you really can't oppose something if you're not there. Can you? Imagine that. 2 council people weren't there. But, yeah, we got this. We got this. I got you. We can make this happen. I'm on top of this. Strand, you pushed a vote through with not everybody there. That seems to me just a little bit, one-sided in one way. Just saying.
This particular item, can I get a second? Second. Are you using the buttons anymore? Yeah, we're good. Yep. We are. Do that. I'm going to use the buttons. All right. So we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we vote? So we've got 6 in favor of the motion, no opposed, and so the motion passes. We also have another issue, I think that we were going to insert in changes to the agenda, and that is, if we go to items 12, A, B, and C, so if you look at the agenda for 12,
And in this next video, we're going to see how this city council has a tendency to work around here in its voting process and its procrastination process. A couple of things came up on agenda. And of course, a few people came up to beg for extensions, beg for extra time, da-da-da-da-da. And along the way, hey, it was another City Hall circus. Hate saying this, but if you're going to delay things, you're a part of Wayne's World. I understand that. Get yourself some coffee, a good novel, a backyard, and a Saturday. We'll deal with it on the 24th, when we can all handle having like an 8-hour process. But I just love the factor that, along the way, we actually had a difference in opinion. And, well, that's how that stuff rolls in the 719 when you really should have all of your city council there to help make decisions. That's how a voting process works in a real democratic government or a real city government. You have all your members there, all of them, to do the voting. Good job, Bill.
You rebut things that are in it, that's going to take more than a weekend and a day. And so I believe it is an appropriate time. I don't know if there's a way to, under best case scenario, we took a week and a half to prepare it, asking then someone to respond in a couple business days for something we took a week and a half to do. Doesn't sound like it's a very fair process. And so I believe continuing it is an appropriate response. Because I want, as a council member, to actually have the information that's full and complete on both sides so that I can make an informed decision. So that's why I made the motion, that's why I support it.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Mr. Knight again.
Only in Wayne's World.
Well, then going back, Mr. Green, when did you learn, get the request from the developer that they wanted more time?
The developer contacted me on Friday. The applicant called me with concerns that they had just received the fiscal impact analysis. They had questions regarding the fiscal impact analysis. And so, based upon that, the applicant did want to desire some more time to review that. They did have questions regarding it. To the point where I even had discussions with both the planning director and the city's finance and budget officer as well on Friday.
And I gotta ask, why did you bring this up yesterday? We got an item on our work session agenda that says, regular meeting, postponements, delays, comments, changes. It would have been nice to know about this yesterday.
Seems one-sided.
Positions Bill make, this just needs credence to that.
Only in Wayne's World.
Bill was making.
And I take offense to what Mr. Murray stated, because we have a very fair and equitable process, and we treat everybody the same that goes through our land use processes. And we were hoping that the FIA issue could be resolved. And when we had discussions with the applicant this morning, there were still outstanding questions.
Wayne's World, business my way. Hey, if you can't read a book or your data paperwork in less than a day, now you're just procrastinating. I hate saying this, but along the way, when it comes down to it, if the developer got a hold of Wayne Williams, seeming a little bit one-sided on the situation with data sheets for a developer that's been in a process of a development project for 2 years, and they just got the data in front of them last week. Get yourself some coffee, put the kids to bed, turn Jimmy Kimmel Hour off, read your data sheets. For some damn reason, we seem to think we need to do business without all of our council members in the same room at the same time. Not exactly sure whether or not that's good for business for us. I kind of look at it as a one-sided council situation, and let's just get all of our cohorts to get along with it. But at the same time, I'm like, this is Wayne's World. Get some coffee. We'll talk about it. Only in Wayne's World do these things kind of happen in city council. Only in Wayne's World do we do business my way. only in Wayne's World can we give a developer all the time they want, 2 weeks to read some data sheets. You know. This is Wayne's World. Business time, 719.
We didn't request the developer to submit a document. The developer has protocols in which they sit down and coordinate very closely with the assigned planner, who is the project manager for this. And also, if there's any questions, we work through our chain of command and our procedural process.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Mr. Knight, would you like Mr. Brown to respond, or do you have something you want to say first?
Now you can respond.
Mr. Brown, as the applicant, please,
Sure.
would you like to
To answer
respond?
the question, I do not have a detailed list to give you today. What we received on the FIA was a 5-page document. It contained a 1-page summary and 4 pages of descriptive narrative. The 1-page summary has a backup to identify what kind of values they used for both residential or for the proposed office retail center that the approved concept plan shows on it. It doesn't show any information, just a net summary of numbers. You can't back into any of them without further detail. And that's what we are going back and requesting to see how were these net summary numbers actually calculated.
Well, I can argue that you could easily do the same thing this afternoon in the presentation of your case and arguing that the FIA is not adequate. You can do it in person this afternoon instead of postponing it for 2 weeks.
I'm not saying it's not adequate, Councilman. What I'm saying is we do not understand the basis on how they arrived at their numbers.
You can make those comments known and that data points during your conversation this afternoon instead of postponing it for 2 weeks.
Mr. Green, sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Brown, you feel currently you're at a disadvantage without additional time to research the...
I certainly do.
Okay. Did you have anything else, Mr. Knight?
I do.
Okay.
Jeff, I think it's unfair to say I didn't request the fee until 2 weeks ago. We had, as Andy said, we've had this conversation for several years. You yourself wrote a memo to the planning department that says any major change in the development plan, and this has a development plan associated with it. If we are going from residential to commercial, that we would be doing, or commercial to residential, or industrial to one of those three. If we're doing a major land use change, that, we would include an FIA in that package. So I don't think I made a request 2 weeks ago. What I pointed out was that there should have been one, and there wasn't one in the packet. But that should have been a standing practice that somehow fell through the crack. But this new bolt out of the blue, this should not have been and was not a bolt out of the blue.
I'm sorry, Mr. Williams. I can't tell you who I should point the finger at. I'm not exactly sure who I should consider the confusion of this matter that we've been doing for 2 years and turn around and have a face of disaster for. I kind of think that we just got the data a little too late, even though we've been on this project for 2 years. So along the way, I can't answer your questions because I had some kind of practice. I couldn't read my data sheets or couldn't read a book within 24 hours. I'm not exactly sure where the data sheets were, but I only got them last week. So I need at least another 2 weeks to be able to read the saga of the 719.
Operation located at 910 South Nevada Avenue, zoned FBZ T1. And I think that they're entitled, right, Mark, to an automatic postponement of this?
That's correct. There is one automatic postponement upon the applicant's request, and all we'll need is a motion from the council to postpone this until March 24th.
March 24th. Can I get a motion?
Yeah, once again, like a lot of city business, let's postpone it until the 24th of March. We'll talk about it then instead of resolving the problem. Maybe you should have thought about that about the time that, 2 of 3 of your council buddies, people, council cohorts, are actually there. Geislinger wasn't there. Mr. Scorman wasn't there. I mean, honestly, I think a fair vote amongst anything in any situation involves all council members. Well, maybe I'm wrong and we just need a cup of coffee. That's the way it works in Wayne's World. Just a cup of coffee. And hooking somebody up. Here's my advice, Wayne. I think you should take these math geniuses, all these young youth kids. You set up a barbecue, your backyard, your place, big screen, the whole 9 yards. A Saturday afternoon, beautiful, sunny degrees. Take the developer. He's got you on speed dial, buddy. I mean, you got it made with the developer. You can hook him up. And why don't you all have a backyard barbecue on a Saturday afternoon? Take the mathematicians, read through his whole thing that he got from, the developers couldn't deal with or get in time, and go through the few sheets of paper, maybe read a book, talk about old times, have some Kool-Aid, maybe have some coffee. Get into it past 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Helen? Akil? Did it get close? Okay. Ashley? Amari? Michael? Oh, hi. Davey? And you've got to be the last. Alan? All right. Let me get behind you. You want you guys to
Math counts superstars. This next part of this clip, well, all I gotta say is this. You can see the brilliance of the youth in this town compared to the brilliance of the gray hairs that run our town. I'll leave it like that. And yes, of course, I'm going to say this one last throw-in interjection thing. Of course, it doesn't take Crayola crayons and a couple of sheets of paper to prove or show who's sucking up to who. We got a lot of talent in this town, and along the way, let's get picture day. Because we want to love up on all these people that, are our future. And I really think our future should be calling out the people running the town. But that's just me. Hey, transparency is everything. Hopefully these kids, in the long run, end up taking the places of some of these council members. Wayne, I would put more money on one of these mathematical genius kids than I'd put money on you. That's just me. Wayne, you got me? We're going to do coffee. My place, yard, business my way. We'll pick a date. Don't worry. It's been 2 years, but I got you, okay? Hey, Don, you got me? Hey, come on, buddy. I know you got time out. I know we can talk about things. Come on, Don. I know you got me. Don't worry about it. We don't need Gabler around. We don't need Scorman around. We don't even need Geislinger around. Nah, we'll make sure they're paying attention to us. This is the Tom Strand way. Make sure they're paying attention to us. That's the way we're going to roll today. Okay, Wayne, you got me? Got. All right, just making sure you got me, Wayne. McKnight, you got me? You got me? We can run this place. We don't need Scorman. We don't need Jill. We don't need Geislinger. We can make this happen. That's not the way government's supposed to work. Welcome to the 719 Circus Show, City Council.
Operate Commission located at 910 South Nevada Avenue, zoned FBZ T1. And I think that they're entitled, right, Mark, to an automatic postponement of this?
That's correct. There is one automatic postponement upon the applicant's request, and all we'll need is a motion from the council to postpone this until March 24th.
March 24th. Can I get a motion?
And so with that, Wayne, you really got to lose that 303 attitude. It's not going to work in the 719. We are not the 303, dude. You're not working for the state Secretary of State. You're not running the business division anymore. And you're not doing all the greatest at making the boys club party work here with your city council. So, with that, could you do me a favor and make sure next time y'all decide to vote, make sure that Scorman, Geislinger, and Gabler are all there, so that way we actually have a somewhat fair teeter-totter situation and quit turning this into a ping-pong match between, Don Knight and you. That's all I gotta say. RR.